In this video, I'm going to be ranking every single new heroic card from worst all the way to best in NBA 2K23 My Team, going over the 3 new heroic drops. That does include these 12 cards ranging from the Dark Matter Penny, the Paul George, the Embiid, to the Galaxy Opals, the Pink Diamonds, just showing you guys who I think are the best cards from the first 3 heroic drops. But let me know in the comment section down below your favorite card from the new heroic set from the first 3 drops, and let me know which cards you guys think are also the best and what you guys would change about my ranking. But at the number 12 spot, I think number 12 and number 11 are pretty obvious, and they're just going to be the 2 undersized short point guards. Number 12 going to be Jason Williams, and number 11 going to be Seth Curry. I think Seth Curry is better because I do like his jump shot a lot more. It's a great release on very quick timing. He's got amazing dribble sigs. Yes, only a 75 driving dunk, and his defense is going to be horrendous, but at least he is a lot better offensively than Jason Williams, in my opinion. I mean, they're both, good offensively in a sense, because he does have the Jason Williams size up, which I'm not the biggest fan of, and he does have the Trae Young escape, which is really good. So that's like the only advantage that Jason Williams has over a Seth Curry, and the 90 driving dunk, which is going to help him a little bit going to the rim a little bit more. But both these guys are going to be super undersized at the point guard spot, and I do think they're the 12th and the 11th best heroic cards in the game. At the number 10 spot though is going to be Kobe White. I think every card moving forward is very solid for their price. So like, for example, Kobe White's a great budget point guard in the game, being 6'5" with a 6'5" wingspan, very good all around stats and badges. He's got Hall of Fame Agent 3, blinders, catch and shoot, deadeye, limitless range. He's got tons of good Hall of Fame playmaking badges, really good playmaking stats with a 95 ball handle and a 94 speed with ball. You take a look at the animations. I do like his jump shot. Like, I think it's a solid release. Not my favorite point guard jump shot in the game. Obviously there's a lot better, but I think it's a solid release. He's also got very good dribble sigs and the quick drops off one. So I do think Kobe White is the 10th best heroic card in the game. At the number 9 spot is going to be Thad Young. I think he's actually very underrated for the small forward spot. If we're talking about budget small forwards, he's 6'8" with a 6'11" wingspan, has very complete stats, especially on the defensive side of things: 90 interior defense, 90 perimeter, 90 steal, 90 lateral quickness, 95 steal, and an 88 block as well. Then he's got Hall of Fame anchor, brick wall, interceptor, post lockdown, workhorse, pretty good offensive stats, as well. And then jump shot, I think, is actually very money. I do like his release with the lefty. He does have the lefty jump shot, and then also his dribble sigs are very solid as well. So I don't think Thad Young is anything too crazy at the small forward position, but I do think overall is the 9th best heroic card. At the number 8 spot is going to be Caris Levert. I think you could honestly even put him a little bit higher if you wanted to. He's very complete at that shooting guard position, being 6'6" with a 6'10" wingspan, amazing all around stats and badges, and he does have a very solid jump shot and great dribble sigs. I mean, he's got the D-Mitch size up the wall escape, Dame behind the back. He's got the Trae Young fade, quick drops off one. So his animations are super top tier at that shooting guard position for being a budget shooting guard. But all around, I think he's a great heroic card. At the number 7 spot is going to be Reggie Lewis. Both great shooting guards with Reggie Lewis and Caris Levert, and that could really go either way. I do think Reggie Lewis has got slightly better dribble sigs. Jump shot really comes down to preference. I think Levert's actually got the better release, but I think Reggie Lewis has got a little bit better stats and badges and those better dribble sigs. But yeah, all around, Caris Levert and Reggie Lewis both going to be great heroic cards. At the number 6 spot is going to be Galaxy Opal DeMarcus Cousins, a very underrated power forward just in the game for his price. He's a center power forward, 6'10" with a 7'5" wingspan. Also does weigh 270 pounds and does have a 96 strength. So he's got a really good player model, super wide, and I think that's going to really help him out on the defensive end, because I've used this card a lot in game at the power forward position, and he actually plays like elite defense in game and seems a lot better than like only having gold anchor, interceptor, post lockdown, and pretty mid defensive stats. He actually plays very solid defense in game, at least for me personally. And then I also do like his jump shot. I feel like it's very consistently easy to green, and also can move with the ball in his hands, and is also a pretty good playmaking big man. At the number 5 spot though is going to be Tony Kukoc, the new Galaxy Opal from today. The one thing I will say about Kukoc is he is an amazing small forward. He's 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan. Everything is great on this card except for his jump shot that I'm still getting used to using. I've only used him in a couple clutch time games, so I can't 100% say if I dislike his jump shot, but from those first experiences in clutch time, his jump shot off the dribble is just super slow and kind of hard to green in my eyes. In the catch and shoot, if you're wide open, it's a very knockdown jump shot, and and he's got elite dribble sigs. Like, that's the thing about Kukoc, is he's such a good small forward at pretty much everything else except for his jump shot. He's got the tray fade, he's got the Garland size up, the tray escape, the name behind the back, quick drops off one, front clutches. Like, he's got everything you'd want on a small forward, and he's got super elite stats and badges. It's just that's the one big flaw of Toni Kukoc, is the fact that, you know, his jump shot really isn't the greatest. At the number 4 spot is going to be our first dark matter here, and that's going to be Paul George. I mean, I think he's underrated at the 2 as well. Like, he's not a bad card. Now, he's overpriced like crazy. I don't think he's worth his price tag at all, but he's 6'9" at the 2, 6'11" wingspan. He plays elite defense in game with a 92 interior defense, a 97 perimeter, 98 lateral quickness, 97 steal, 90 block. He's got tons of Hall of Fame badges all around, whether it's for shooting, playmaking, finishing, defense. Great Hall of Fame badges on Paul George. And then yes, his jump shot is a little bit slow, and his dribble sigs really aren't my favorite. He's got that weird, I think, his size up, and that I honestly don't like too much on this card. So all around, I mean, yes, a decent card in the game, a decent card compared to the other top shooting guards in the game and for his price tag, but I think all around is the 4th best heroic card in the game. At the number 3 spot is actually going to be a Galaxy Opal, and that's going to be Sabonis. Even though I hate this card's jump shot, and for me personally, I don't know if I have him over Paul. I don't know, because like, he's 7'3" at center, he's 7'6" wingspan, he's a great defender, he's got a very high 3 ball, good shooting badges on Hall of Fame and gold. It's just his jump shot for me personally, I just cannot agree with this card consistently, but I know a lot of people do like his jump shot and think they can green with it consistently. So if you can green with this card and you feel comfortable with his jump shot, then I do think he's the 3rd best heroic card in the game. At the number 2 spot though is going to be Penny Hardaway. I think number 2 and number 1 is pretty close. I mean, maybe Penny does go over my number 1 guy. I think it's really close because Penny's a 6'7" point guard, 6'10" wingspan, you know, great all around stats and badges. It makes sense because he has a dark matter. The one thing about these cards is on Tuesdays, they're not really getting their jump shots changed. Like, if you look at most of these cards, right, Paul George didn't get his release changed. If you look at Toni Kukoc, didn't get his release changed. If you look at DeMarcus Cousins, didn't get his release changed. But if I go quickly to the out of position set, right, if we go to out of position 2, if we just click on a random card in the out of position set like Antoine Jameson, he now does have a new jump shot. If we click on another random card like Yuta Turkoglu, he's got a different jump shot. If we click on another random card like Elgin Baylor, he's got a completely new jump shot, and these are some of the best releases in the game. So that's kind of what I'm trying to mention here, is the fact that on Tuesdays, for some reason, they're just really not updating these cards releases, and maybe they're doing that because they just don't think it's going to be pack sellers, I guess. Not 100% sure, but yeah, that's the big flaw with a lot of these Tuesday heroic cards, is the fact that their jump shots are not getting changed. Because Penny Hardaway, great all-around point guard, he's got great stats, great defense, you know, he's got pretty good dribble sigs, like, he's amazing at going to the basket, a super good rim running point guard. It's just his jump shot really isn't the best with the Penny Hardaway base and the Penny Hardaway upper. And that's the same thing with the number 1 guy, who I do think is Dark Matter Embiid. I think he's a very underrated power forward, at least what people are talking about, like saying he's absolutely terrible. I think he's on that Dwight Howard, D-Rob level at the power forward position because of his size, his 7'5" wingspan, he's 7 foot, he's got great all-around stats and badges, and I do actually like his jump shot. I do like Embiid's jump shot a lot more than other people, and that's probably the reason why I have him number 1, is just because I do like his release. He's got the tray fade, pretty good dribble sigs, and all around he's a super big body at the power forward position, and I think is the best heroic card in the game. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my ranking, and let me know, like I said, your favorite heroic card and which cards you guys do think are the best. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.